Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Adab to everybody. I think this is the fourth series in Career Talk. We don't want to do something with respect to UPSC or anything right now because the major concern which I see right now for most of the aspirant community right now is the NEET examination, which is scheduled on 13th September. I know it's supposed to be completed in 5th of May, but because of this unpredictable situation, because of pandemic, I think it was postponed. Now, finally, the exam is there. Supreme Court has made it very clear that the exam is going to be conducted on the scheduled date of 13th September. However, the biggest worry which I see among all the students, I get a lot of questions from the students. Now students are getting stressed out. They are burning out. They burnt out at the last moment. That what is that I should supposed to do? I'm forgetting everything. Is there anything which I should do? So that is one recurring question which I was getting. So in this week career talk series, I thought of doing something which is very much relevant for the student community, especially with respect to these students who are appearing for 2020 NEET examination. Many have this aspiration that I want to top in this NEET examination. So I thought, who else can be the best person to speak about NEET examination, how to do good in NEET examination, how to top in NEET examination, other than somebody who has already topped in NEET examination very last year. I should not say last year because still now the NEET exam has not happened. So still the topper of NEET 2019 is Mohammad Mudassir, who's sitting with us. I wanted him to speak to all of you as to what is the journey which he had and what is that exact thing which he had done before the NEET examination when he was appearing for the NEET examination. Because hardly we are left with very few 1 week time, I think. So how do we manage time in this given 1 week? And because syllabus is enormous, almost 100 chapters are there. How do you revise everything? How do you break it down? It is no more about, I believe it's not about preparation anymore. It's about the state of mind. How do you keep the calm with yourself in this particular time? And along with that, Mohammad Mudassir, I'll give the introduction of, I've got two students of mine. They are the toppers, they are the achievers of NEET 2019. Mohammad Mudassir, I think most of you already know him as I've taken his name many times in many situations, many occasions, different places. A great inspiring story. He has inspired, he has become the story for many thousands of students where I have interacted with many. And his journey, how he did it, is very simple. Now many will feel that I am having this problem, I have that problem. You will feel that everything is a challenge for you. Trust me, whatever challenges you had were nothing in front of what challenges which Mohammad Mudassir had to face when he had started his journey. When he started the preparation for the NEET exam, he did not know what NEET examination itself is. He never wanted to do science itself. He did not want to pursue his studies in science. There was no dream of becoming doctor as such. But still, this boy became the country's topper. One of the topper among all the minorities in this country. And how this happened? How this journey of Mohammad Mudassir from a student from a Gauripet village from Kolar district, government school, Kannada medium, did not have this ambition of becoming anything with respect to MBBS or anything. Went on to top that examination. Out of thousands and lakhs of students, he had a great rank. He got 663 marks in NEET 2019, and his subject-wise result, I should say, I think chemistry, he secured 176 marks out of 180 marks. He left one question. All other 44 questions were correct. Physics also. His percentile was 99.93 in physics also. Great student. How he cope up with all the pressure which he had before like at 1 week before the NEET exam. He will tell his journey how he come out of that particular thing. Other than that, we have one more student of mine, very good studious student, very humble student. I think one great thing about this boy by name, he is Dr. Aman Rizvi now. He got government free MBBS seat in Ramaiah Medical College because it was not much nearer to his house. He secured 340 marks in bio. So Mudassir has done very good in physics and chemistry, but bio somewhere few questions, though those are answer key mistake of NTA, that's not an issue, but still marks wise in bio, Aman did little better than that. Mudassir. So I thought let's call one who has done better. So that's where we have Dr. Aman Rizvi here. Muhammad Mudassir is studying in Bangalore Medical College, and Dr. Aman Rizvi is studying in Ramaiah Medical College. I would like to first start. We'll start this session where Muhammad Mudassir, I'll give him very uninterrupted some time to interact with them as to how he managed his time. I want him to speak subject wise. So shall we start with physics or chemistry first? He wants to start with chemistry, but you have to be a little louder. Okay. He will start with chemistry. How he studied chemistry. Over to Dr. Muhammad Mudassir, please.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm very thankful to the Almighty God and parents and Falcon Institute for achievements what I have achieved. Talking about chemistry, chemistry was my favorite subject from the very beginning. I studied from the beginning NCERT only for chemistry. During last 7 days, I practiced more and more questions, especially in the physical chemistry. In organic chemistry, everyone faces problem that we cannot remember organic chemistry. It's very difficult. But majority of students will not solve the exercise which is in the NCERT textbook. The exercise which is given in the NCERT, the questions are very basic questions, and if you want to solve it, your concept should be clear. So I suggest that in this 1 week for the organic chemistry, you solve you solve the NCERT exercise questions, especially for the second year topics like inorganic, alkyl aldehyde, alcohols, amines. Those chapter exercises you should do completely. And in inorganic chemistry, in this last week I used to study NCERT line by line because I used to forget a lot of the information like the properties I used to forget. So I used to revise that during this 1 week. And in physical chemistry, I used to solve more and more questions, especially from the previous years. And apart from the test, I used to do separate papers also.
We'll break it down. How inorganic was a challenge will be the challenge for many students that they keep forgetting things in inorganic. How did you manage inorganic chemistry, especially in the last 10 days?
I studied inorganic from NCERT, from the NCERT, especially the SPDF block, from line by line, and I saw the exercise which is given in the NCERT exercise book, and then I solved many questions from the previous years, and I asked many doubts to teachers. They also helped me.
Inorganic chemistry, I think if I remember very clearly, I think one challenge which Mudassir had is that he was not very good in the reading something which does not involve a lot of creative analytical thinking. So for him, inorganic, he was not reading all the time. He read it at the last moment. He kept it for the last moment, but at that last moment, he did a lot of extensive NCERT reading of inorganic part. How much time you used to spend on revising every day in the last 8 days?
I used to revise 4 hours
daily. inorganic chemistry 4 hours every day in the last days. That was a catch because you tend to forget. These are the things which you have to remember. How about physics? Or shall we go for a physical chemistry first? We'll do physical chemistry. How did you? I think in the last 10 days, physical chemistry you did not do much, or you still had what you used to do.
I used to solve more MCQs questions from the materials, and I used to revise some formulas which don't have concept like Nernst equation. Nernst equation, they don't have, they did not give the derivation. You have to remember that formula, and you have to remember the concept revise the concept in the physical chemistry.
Organic chemistry was his favorite, and almost 100% marks. We were very much confident in organic chemistry he will get. That was a strong subject. Many might find organic, oh my God, I'm not understanding. Do the students have to be worried about organic chemistry? What is the one thing which made the organic easy for you?
For me, I said that the exercise which is given in the NCERT book, NCERT में जो exercise देखो in last में, that was very useful for me to clear the concepts, especially in the end phase.
See, most of the students, I think, they do lot of exercises from different books. Sometimes students will do MTG, Arihan, everything, but they miss out very NCERT exercises. That is very much required. What he's trying to convey, that if you want to clear your concept, especially in the last moment, go solve the exercises of NCERT for the organic chemistry also. Okay. With respect to your pattern of paper, how you used to attempt the paper?
First, I used to attempt biology. In that also, whichever question I used to get instant answer, I used to do that. And after that, in second round, I used to do difficult questions. So it saved a lot of time.
This is what Mudassir is talking about. Is one of the trick which I think I used to sit with him after every test. He started writing full-length tests, complete full-length test. I think in the month of February you started.
Yes,
in the month of February he started. Daily he used to write one test. Then we started 2 tests in a day. Then 3 tests in a day he used to write. So lot of full length exam he had already written before he attempted NEET examination. So as per our understanding, I think more than 120, 130 full length exams he had written before he attempted NEET 2019. But what we were seeing in his performance, that somewhere his marks were stuck at 620 to 640. We were not having increase. The performance was not improving. Then somewhere we understood the pattern, that there is some pattern in the mistakes which he is doing. That's where he realized that let's attempt this examination, take this paper not in one shot, the way like everybody do. You start, if anybody asks about what is the strategy, they said first we do biology, then chemistry, then physics. But there are different methods also. What is the other method? We thought, let him do with bio, chemistry and physics in that order. But let him first start with the easiest question. Question 182-1, first round, where he does all the easy question in first round, where he is 100% confident on these answers. Then little difficult questions, where he find, okay, this question might take time and I am little doubtful of this question. So in that case, he will have, let's say, around 30 questions and more than 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes with him. In the second round, we actually practice for 3 rounds, where the most difficult question, 3-4 questions will be there. For them, for those 3-4 questions, we will be having some around 13-14 minutes, by which for each question we have almost 5 minutes to think, to spend some time on it. So that is what I think helped him immensely. But you cannot experiment it at the last moment now. If you have trained yourself on that pattern, fair enough, you can continue with that. If not, try once or twice. If it is working out well for you, then it's good. Because I have seen many students who complete the paper in 130 minutes. See, you are a smart student, you are a very good student, you are very good in solving questions. That is one good thing about you, but you are not going to get any trophy or any one rank additional because you have solved the paper little early. What matter is what is your actual marks at the end of the exam result, whether the result comes. And everybody is got 180 minutes. So I want everybody to utilize 180 minutes. Till the last moment, those few questions, 10 questions, 5 questions, whatever question, keep it till the last moment. Keep reading them. Whenever, see, if anybody wants to talk, I think this thing which I discussed with Mudassir very often, this part that the biggest mistake which a very sharp student, very smart student does is that when they see a theoretical question, easy question, they will directly jump to an answer which they think is the answer, or else they overthink about that particular question. Oh, this easy, the question cannot be this easy. They must be doing some twist. So let me think and attempt it differently and answer it this way. Those two traps you should not get into. If you find any theoretical question very straight, read that question 2 times. If it is very easy question, still read it once more. Whether you are falling prey to the exam, when the exam setter sets the paper, they want you to think in one particular pattern. You should not have that. You should not get into that trap. So he followed that method of taking the examination in 2 rounds or 3 rounds. That's where that jump of another 30 marks to 40 marks we had. Then I think chemistry was his favorite subject, was a strong subject. He did very well in chemistry. Any last thing which you want to convey to students about the chemistry?
Many of the students will neglect the NCERT exercise, especially in organic and inorganic chemistry. That's very useful.
Okay. Any other thing?
In physical chemistry, before exam, revise once the formulas and.
Okay. One more thing, which is very essential, I think. Can you speak to the students about your error book? Talk to them in detail about how you used to revise at the last moment before writing the examination. How you used to prepare for any examination. Before taking any examination, you used to do your error work. What is the error work which you did? You explain it to the students.
Every exam I used to write as if it was my final exam, taking it seriously. Then after exam, I used to check which question I have got the error, and then I used to get the explanation for that question from the teachers. Then I used to note that error and revise it daily so that I should not repeat that error next time.
What he is trying to convey, that all the exams whichever he had written, he had maintained. That was, I think, the stress which I had put it on all my students here also in Falcon Institution. In the very beginning, I made it very clear. What my belief is, NEET examination or JEE examination, no examination is difficult, provided we have to do only one thing. That is, the syllabus is the same, static syllabus. It is not going to increase overnight. Syllabus is same. Everybody gets the same amount of time. But what makes a difference is when you read the whole syllabus, when it is taught to you, when you take a lot of mock tests, everything, you commit a lot of mistakes. Only one thing which a student has to take care is not to repeat his or her own mistakes in the examination. For that, you need to see. I always tell my students, I think I used to tell Mudassir, Aman, your mistakes are your treasures. Preserve them, and before writing any examination, go through your mistakes, because these are the mistakes which you are not going to commit again. If you are just not repeating your mistakes, there is a possibility that you can get 720 out of 720. That was my I think words which I used to tell to all the students every time, and I tell this to my students who are right now studying also. I think now we will take the students' questions later. I'll come to the physics part. What was your preparation for physics in last 10 days?
I used to solve more questions. I used to solve more questions in the physics, and I used to revise topics, especially like optics and rotation mechanics from the first PUC. First PUC, they were the volatile subjects for me. I used to tend to forget the concept of those chapters. I used to revise those, and used to solve more questions. I used to get more errors in the test, and I used to rectify.
They want elaborate method, the way Muhammad Mudassir prepared. Before we will come back to physics again. I'll come back to physics again later. First, I want you to understand the mindset of Muhammad Mudassir before going to the NEET examination. About 10 days before the NEET examination, what was your mindset? And how you used to keep the calm?
I was very calm before the exam and during the exam also, because I know I have prepared from 2 years. The preparation was I prepared very hard, and the errors which I have done, I used to revise those. It used to give me confidence that I have noted my errors and I can rectify them.
See, there are two aspects. He was not a student who was overconfident. Because one thing which I always tell to my students, I used to tell to Mudassir and all the students, one thing is that never think that you know everything. And don't relax. No matter how much effort you put, seek divine blessings. You need to seek divine blessings. Allah se, Bhagwan se, Khuda se mangna hi padega. You have to ask for rewards for your efforts. That is one thing. I tell this to all the students every time. This is my sentence. I think never worry about results. Results are not in your hand. Efforts are in your hand. So that is where his morning starts with the prayer. Not just morning Fajr prayer. Spends quality 30 minutes reciting Quran. Irrespective of what day it is, NEET examination day or one day before that also or 1 week before that also. That was a routine. Because one thing is there, I have put efforts. I am seeking blessing from God, Almighty God. Then that's it. What else is required? So you will feel that calmness, cool, that yes, I am seeking guidance, help, support from Allah or God. Allah will bless me. And I am putting efforts. And he used to, what was the routine for you? What was the routine?
I used to wake up at 5:30 after Fajr Namaz. I used to study Quran for 30 minutes. Then I used to come to college at 8 o'clock. Then 8 to 9 I used to revise the biology, physics and chemistry before exam. 9 to 12 I had one test. Then 12 to 1 I used to see what errors I did in the exam. And then after lunch I used to have another exam from 2 to 5. Then I used to revise, I used to rectify what errors I got in the second test. Then in the night I used to solve more questions from the material, especially in physics and chemistry.
See, there are two things here. Attempting examination is of no use if you are not analyzing your paper. That is the key. I don't know how many exams one has written. If you have not analyzed your performance, where you have committed mistake, what kind of mistake you have done, and why you have committed that mistake, if you don't realize and understand after writing the examination, you have wasted 3 hours of yours. That is more important. And every examination should give you one analysis of your level of preparation. That I need to work on this area. I think I have to do little brushing up of this particular part of bio or this part of chemistry or this part of physics, whatever it may be. So the mock exams, the exams are very important. They are important to give you the direction in which area you have to work, because it is almost 100 subject chapters. How can you revise all the 100 chapters every day, every page? If you only flip the pages, it will take days for you. So you need to do the smart preparation. Your weak areas you will come to know through your exams, in which area you have to work little more additionally. So that is where, with respect to examination, till what date you used to write the mock exam in the college?
Before NEET exam. Till that I used to do.
One, let's say Sunday is a NEET examination. Till Saturday he used to write one exam, 2 to 5. That's it. Schedule was very fixed. How schedule was designed in such a way that, see, you have to design that for yourself. This 10 days, now you are not preparing for examination. You are preparing for examination temperament. That is more important. You need to prepare yourself for that 3. This is not about knowledge. This examination is not exhibit what is the knowledge you have. It is how you perform in that given 3 hours. In that 3 hours, how do you perform? How is your state of mind? So you train your mind for that 3 hours. So 2 to 5, keep it. Make sure that you are writing exam every day, mock exam. Then, before that examination, what do? You do your error work, compulsory error work. Because what you are doing, I am not going to do this mistake. I am not going to do this mistake. That's it. Physics, maintain it separately. Chemistry, you maintain it separately. Biology, you maintain it separately. You go through it once. Your mind remembers everything wonderfully, especially your mistakes. But you have to keep looking at those mistakes. That, oh, I did this mistake that day. I should not do it. You have to just, it is very fast that you can revise it. Your mind know all the concept apart with that. It refreshes everything. It's very fast-paced revision. It is the fastest revision possible. Before the examination, error work. After the examination, paper analysis. Soon after the paper analysis, go back to NCERT. Go back to your notes. How did you in physics? Last days, what was the which notes? In notes, what you used to study? Explanation or derivation? What is that you used to do in the notes?
It used to depend on what mistake I did in the exam. Suppose if I forget the formula, then I used to see the derivation and the concept. And if I committed the silly mistake, I make sure that
after the examination, paper analysis. It tells you what you have to work on in the evening. In the evening, you go through notes, you go through NCERT. I will come to biology with Dr. Aman Rizvi. With Mudassir, bio was a little difficult because it was a little boring. You have to remember a lot of things. He doesn't like remembering too much, but he had to do it. How he did it? Trust me. If you see how you used to do a revision of biology.
before every exam, I used to revise it in
Repeat that once more, a little louder.
I used to revise the full biology before exam.
In half an hour, 2 books of NCERT. In half an hour, he used to revise. That means in 15 minutes, 11th book, another 15 minutes, 12th book, NCERT, everything. That is the fast speed with which he used to revise. He used to just flip the pages. Pages used to get scanned very thoroughly. When I will get to you when he used to read anything in detail because of his hard work, I think his dedication was such that he never did anything half-heartedly. He did it completely. Dil se karta tha bachcha. तो कैसे करता था? So in the last days when he was seeing that inorganic chemistry was making the mistake, so I told him, read NCERT of inorganic chemistry. You have to make sure that you are by hearting it completely. So he started reading NCERT of inorganic chemistry. Then one day I went to see, what are you doing, Mudassir? I asked him. He said, sir, inorganic chemistry book. He had closed the book. He was writing that chapter. He had closed the NCERT book of chemistry, inorganic, and he was writing the chapter of that particular book. Just to see that whether he has by hearted that chapter completely or not. Word by word, comma by comma. Dedication, perseverance. And that perseverance is what made Muhammad Mudassir the topper of state. He became the topper throughout the country among all the minority institutions. I think I will come back to Muhammad Mudassir. Now we have along with us Dr. Aman Rizvi as well. I think we had given a lot of time to Mudassir. Now it's time of Dr. Aman Rizvi. How was your journey? You would like to talk about all the subjects first? Brief? Yes.
So for physics, I used to okay, this is the last 5 days, so I'll just tell you about the last time. So in the last 5 days, I should just go through the derivation and the formula. I should not, it's quite different from me and this. I used to solve problems, I should not solve the problems. I should just see the my notes, the derivation and formula. And when you see the question, you get to know which formula you have to use. So I should not waste much time in solving problems. It's different for everyone, so you should know what you're comfortable with. And for chemistry, I used to go through NCERT, and especially organic chemistry, you don't have to learn the very high level equations. Just learn the general equations of each type of the question, and that's the most probable question you'll get. So you should know the NCERT thoroughly in both the subjects, especially in bio. So bio is like you should know every line of NCERT. In the last 5 days, I should just keep reading the textbook. I should not solve the questions. Just keep reading the textbook how many ever times possible.
How bio, especially, I think bio was his strength all along. In the last exams we had come, we felt that he is going to do good in bio. So, what was your preparation, especially in last 10 days? As you said, you used to read NCERT again and again. Whether you made some notes on the NCERT, how you used to by heart and keep that thing remembered?
I had made few notes on textbook, but that was about the extra point. But first I used to read what's printed in the textbook. So what is printed, I used to just read once, then I should close my eyes and just used to recall if I'm able to recall everything. And if something I'm not able to recall, then I should read it again. But if I am able to recall it at once, then I should go to the next page.
See, this is the most critical thing. I want everybody to understand this, that I am spending a lot of time in front of book, does not matter. What is that I am getting out of that particular time? That is the most important thing. So, then and there revision he was doing. One is looking at the book, then after that closing the eyes and just recalling it. This is second revision. Then and there, the two revisions are happening here. And that is where you tend to by heart things for a longer time, especially those subjects which require more of memory. You have to do it again and again. What do you like? Whether a student should read those thick books of biology? Which are these books? No. The objective biology. No, there are a lot of books in biology. If you want to go into the depth, you will keep reading it. There is no point. There has to be an end to it. Better go through.
NCERT.
Tell it again.
NCERT.
NCERT. Make a point. I think now, this last 5 days, don't read anything new. Just tell them once more.
The last 5 days, you should not read anything new. Whatever you know. Even if you're weak in any chapter, just leave the chapter. Just go to the next chapter. If you feel that you are very weak in that chapter,
Yes.
do not study that chapter and you'll get 10s, you'll lose your calm.
This is the key. I tell my students, especially in last days, I think recently I had to send my personal note message to all the students. I told them only one thing. For God's sake, don't look also at a new concept. If there is one chapter which you have not read, assume that that chapter does not exist for you. No problem. 3 questions come from that chapter in NEET. Fine. Your paper is not of 720 marks. You assume that your paper is of 708 marks. You have to make it very clear. Otherwise, if you go behind that one chapter, you will lose out everything. Now the time is only to do the revision. Master those things which you already know, which you have already read. That's it. And most critical is that emotions. How did you manage?
No, it's very common in this last 5 days. At one point of time, you lose your calm. Even I lost my calm. Then my dad was like, "It'll be fine," and it was like very bad at the time. So then he calmed me down. And after that, I was like, "No, it'll be fine." You have to have self confidence, not overconfidence.
I think I used to make a call to the students, especially on the day of NEET examination. I spoke to the students, especially the girls used to cry, "Sir, what should I do? I am forgetting everything." That is the most common thing. For Mudassir, I took him myself. No matter what work I had, I make a point that I have to take Muhammad Mudassir with me to the exam center. So while going to the exam center, he was just laughing around. "Don't worry, things are going to be very fine. We are going to top." That's it. Not about it's difficult, that is difficult, what you remember, nothing. We are going to top only in this examination. Don't worry. You seek blessings. I think Mudassir remember this particular thing. Before he was in the hostel, I had kept him with me. So examination, I was taking him along with me. I said, "What do we do now?" In the car toward the exam center, I said, "Give a call to your mother." "No, I already spoken to her." "No, again speak to her. This time is not to open NCRT. Be calm, seek blessing. You have put efforts. 2 years, yes, 2 years efforts. What you have put is not going to evaporate. You will never forget suddenly everything. Whatever you have put effort, that you are going to remember. Trust your brain, trust your memory that you are going to remember things. However, don't be overconfident. And no, I have read everything, so now I don't have to do the revision. Don't get into either of these two extremes. Keep the calm. He spoke to his mother. I also spoke to his mother. "Don't worry." I was telling her, she was getting panicked. "What to do? My son is not calling. How is she? Is Papa?" "Don't worry. You just pray. He has put efforts. I have confidence in him. I have confidence in Allah, in God, that anybody who has put effort, God will reward him. That is the trust which I have in God. If you have put effort, you will get the reward of your efforts." So this last 5 days, last 10 days, super excitement. See, never get into that what is going to happen on that day of the NEET examination again and again. There is no point, because that day is anyway going to come. But what you are going to do, how are you going to face that day? That you have to strategize now. I think, what was their reporting time?
It was like
I think 11 o'clock?
11 or 12.
11 or 12 o'clock. I think 12 o'clock, 2 hours before they called. Or else, 2 hours or 3 hours before they had called. Now, many students, I know for the fact that many students, they don't eat breakfast. Go to the exam center. Tension हो रहा है, खाना लेकर जा रहा. And then there is a lot of frisking happening there. They are checking what you are carrying, open this, open that, they'll ask all this. Student will again panic. I know for the fact, many students, those who did not have breakfast, went blank on the day when they were sitting in the hall to write examination. I know many students, very, very good students, I am telling it to you. did not sleep for 2 nights before the examination. Acha, how many hours did you sleep before the NEET examination?
I slept at night or 2 o'clock I guess I slept.
Up to
Up to 9.
9. So how many hours? 7 hours?
Yes.
7 hours. This question you should take from Mudassir. One thing about Mudassir, I have never seen him changing his schedule, no matter what happens. What time he used to sleep, what time he used to wake up. Any day you ask him.
I used to sleep at 10:30 and wake up at
10:30 he used to sleep and wake up at 5:30. It is not on the day of NEET exam. 1 day before the NEET exam, 1 year before the NEET exam, 2 years before the NEET exam. Same. It was not only for Monday. It was the same for Sunday also. It was the same for 15th August also. That is the consistency. Okay. Don't change your the sleeping pattern now. Last moment. This is the most crucial thing. होता ये है like जो तुम पढ़ते हैं, जो तुम्हारा जो ज़हन है, whatever you efforts you have put, ये अगर it is all about the recall on that 3 hours. It is possible only when your mind is fine. तो बोलते हैं ना, what is it called? Biology में like बहुत ये है. Anyway, I'll not get into that. अगर नींद सही नहीं हुआ, then sorry, you will not be able to recall. Performance will be affected. You need to don't eat lot of oily food. Avoid that in the last moment. No need to eat lot of chicken, mutton, this and that. No, we are not going for a party. So, stomach should not be very high, very heavy. Light food, good food. रेशेदार खाना खाना है. रेशेदार बोले तो fibrous food. Fibrous food you should eat. Nutritious food you should eat. Okay. Don't change food habit also completely. If you are already जो खाते वही खाना है. बहुत चीज बहुत suddenly change कुछ नहीं करना है. Don't experiment anything new now. And don't worry too much. I think how much time we have? Another 15 minutes we have got. So questions. I think I've got a few questions from the audience. That is, what was your experience with the repeated questions? So you can go for it. Yeah, on the final examination, like, yeah.
I felt very happy, especially in the biology. Most of the questions I felt repeated, so it saved a lot of time in my exam.
I think there are a lot of general questions students are asking. How to keep yourself self-motivated, all the like, and work hard every day. So lamba answer do. Nothing across.
I used to study daily because I had motivation.
See, let Aman give the answer. थोड़ा detail दो. ऐसा motivate रखते हैं अपने आप को. In last moment.
Think about what you have studied and what you have not studied.
Positive motivation. Positive motivation for the examination. See, the trap which usually students get into, why they get this nervousness before the examination is because suddenly someone may say, I did not read this, I did not read this, I don't know this, I don't know that. Suddenly you feel that I don't know anything. How am I going to do? What will my parents feel if I don't perform? I might, what will be the face which I will take to the society? People will laugh at me. My neighbors will tell this to my mother. All this thing will come. Never get into that. We are, see, this examination, there are students who will try for 720 marks. No problem. There are students who might be trying for 600 marks. There are students who are trying for just a medical government-free MBBS seat. For all these categories, the preparation differs. If you are just preparing to get government-free medical seat, maybe it is possible that at 500 marks you can get a medical seat, for sure. If you don't read one chapter, if you are not thorough in 1, 2, 3, 4 chapters also, don't worry, it is still possible. Only and only if you are the rest of the chapters. Otherwise, in the last moment, if you go for those 3, 4 chapters, you will end up losing the rest 90 chapters, which is a common mistake. Don't get into that. Only the chapters which you are thorough, which you are confident, which you are, you know, you have already done it well, that you can do. Okay. Then I think the point is, then again, this what is a good score to attain a free medical seat in Kannada? Don't worry, this question. Students have this question all the time. We don't know the results till now. We don't know what is going to be the cutoff. Let's not overthink about it. Okay. But what we have to think, last year cutoff was, let's assume that 440 in Karnataka. It might jump. It might jump 30 marks or 40 marks or 50 marks. Even if it is jump by more than 50 marks, it is going to be 490. 500 is a safe score. Assumedly, 500 will be safe score to get a medical seat. But it does not mean that if you are not doing well in this mock exam and getting 350 marks, you will not get medical seat. Not possible. It is not going to work that way. See, your mock exam paper, the pattern need not be up to the NEET pattern, NDA pattern. No. Strictly up to the NEET level, NTA pattern paper. If somebody said, then you judge yourself, then it is a different story. But usually what institutions tend to do, even I tend to do this with my students, that I try to give one level little higher, by which students are on their toes, by which they put more efforts. It should not demotivate you. It should actually motivate you. Okay, I have to, like, I'm getting 320 marks. 180 marks jump is what I'm looking for. How I can get those 180 marks jump? Very easy. Plan it out. I was doing mistake in this part, which I think if I work a little more, I revise it properly, I think I can overcome this. Bio, I can get this marks. Chemistry, I can get this marks. Physics is difficult for me, no problem. I can just, with this much part, let modern physics. 32 marks will come in modern physics. Optics, heat, thermodynamics, that part, heat, thermodynamics, easy part. Okay. You are weak in kinematics, don't worry. Mechanics, difficult, don't worry. Assume mechanics and kinematics does not exist for you. If you want to go to the examination confidently, you have to have a strategy. Strategy is about not what you don't know. It is about what you already know and what you are confident in. Your confidence is most important because it is you who are going to write examination. It is your confidence and the calm, composed attitude which is going to give the best performance out of you. Otherwise, a disturbed mind cannot give a better result. That is a fact. We are not going to be disturbed by anything. We will be confident. So, what is the message? Last message for the students. Okay. Mudassir, to give the last message for the student,
Say that before exam, at least solve this, the NCERT exercise, especially organic and inorganic, and revise biology, solve questions in physics, and you should be confident about what you have prepared, and be calm in the exam center also. You should have confidence during final exam also. Right.
Mudassir does not speak much. That is the problem. But still, I'll tell you about that day of examination. I know many students, they keep their exam dress, exam bottle, like water bottle separate. They do everything should look like I'm going for examination, haircut, all that for the examination day. That is not a modeling show. You are going to write the examination. You should know what you are going for. You are going for the examination. If I could show you the picture, I would have shown you the picture of Mudassir going to the examination that day. It's amazing. I have captured that memory. Should I tell that about with that? His normal now also he is in kurta. That time also kurta, skull cap. एक चप्पल पहने थे मुझसे, हवाई चप्पल, कोसी पैरागॉन की हवाई चप्पल थी होगी, एंड दैट चप्पल, पैरागॉन की हवाई चप्पल वो थोड़ा मेरे हिसाब से टूटी हुई थी। मैं बोला वो चप्पल ऐसे क्यों पहने मुझसे, दिला देता था, ले लेना था ना। सर एग्जाम लिखने जा रहा हूँ सर, आई एम नॉट गोइंग फॉर अ रेस कि मैं चप्पल और जूता लेके जाऊँ खरीदूं, उसके लिए चप्पल की जरूरत नहीं है, उसके लिए परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है मैं क्या पहना, जरूरत ही नहीं है। सुकून हंसते जाना है एग्जाम के लिए। What you have, what you know, only those things. I don't have that, I don't know this, I don't have this. उसका टेंशन लेने का नहीं, कोई चीज का टेंशन लेने का नहीं। Always बरकत के बारे में बोलता हूँ। देखिए मैं हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को कभी ये बात बोलने की कोशिश करता हूँ कि there are three ways. अगर आपको कुछ जिंदगी में कुछ चाहिए, additionally if you want something more, अगर चाहते हैं कि अल्लाह आपको कुछ दे, तो तीन तरीके हैं उसके। हर कोई दो तरीके तो बोलता है कि आप मेहनत करो, मेहनत करने से यस यू पुट एफर्ट्स विल गेट रिवॉर्ड, जितनी मेहनत करोगे उसका सिला मिलेगा। दूसरा तुम दुआएं मांगो, उसका मानो ऐसे नहीं खाली दुआएं मांगो मेहनत मत करो, ऐसा नहीं होता। मेहनत करो, उसकी मेहनत करने के बाद मैंने मेहनत की है इसका अजर दे। तीसरी चीज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, शुक्र अदा करना है। यू हैव टू बी ग्रेटफुल for what God has given you. Allah, I'm thankful to Allah. I'm thankful to God for whatever God has given me. I got such a good opportunity. I studied. I learned so much. I studied so many books. I'm thankful to Allah. I'm thankful to God. I'm really thankful. मैं दिल से शुक्र अदा करता हूँ मेरा, सुकून आएगा इस दिल में, परेशानी नहीं रहेगी, कोई इस्तराब नहीं रहेगा कि मेरे को नहीं है, ये नहीं आता, मुझे ये चाहिए, वो कुछ नहीं आएगा। I have got something. दिमाग में सुकून ये टाइम, ओके। और वो शुक्रगुजारी से जिंदगी में, काम में, हर चीज में बरकत आएगी। अल्लाह बोलता है तुम मैंने तुमको जो दिया है उसका तुम शुक्र अदा करो, मैं तुम्हें और दूंगा। तो शुक्रगुजार बनना बहुत जरूरी है। Those three things are very important. So I will now leave it to now it's Aman Rizvi. Dr. Aman Rizvi will give you the last message.
I'll just say not much. Be confident and don't overthink and have trust in God.
Okay, 3 points. Almost same. It is same for everybody. Trust me, there is no one magic thing that you do this, it will happen. No. You have already done what you could do. Don't worry too much. Give your best. If you have done, let's say, 80% of the syllabus, don't worry about the 20% of the syllabus. Don't worry. It doesn't mean that I am advocating anybody to read only 80%. No. If you have done 80%, then only do those 80% again. Because now there is no time to start from the beginning. You are already ready for the examination. No matter whatever, your preparation is over. Now the performance time has come. So at the time of performance, you are just getting ready how you are going to perform. So make yourself ready for that performance day. For those 3 hours. Work, be in that particular phase, like in that examination 2 to 5, everyday examination. 11 onwards, don't eat anything. Okay? Create that stamina. Should not be should not lose your like hypoglycemia हो गया, निराल हो गए, आप बिल्कुल ब्लैंक हो गए, कुछ आ नहीं रहा, क्या उसके लिए पता नहीं. 10:30 बजे लंच करेंगे. Or we will do the breakfast at 10:30 from today onwards, tomorrow onwards. Okay? No problem. I want everybody. We don't have to worry कि क्या होने वाला है. We don't know what is going to happen, but we have to be ready for what is going to happen in every possible sense. Okay? I think we have spent. I think we have already crossed our time. Moreover, if the students have any specific doubt with Mudassir or Aman Rizvi, how can they reach you? Can they reach you? They can reach you. But don't disturb them. Mudassir and Dr. Aman Rizvi both are here. If there is anything, you can ask one number. I think you can give your number. If there is any doubt which they have, they can ask you. Just mention your number to them.
9538.
Repeat.
9538 3358
35818.
7019 217 892. 7019 217 892.
And more so, सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज जो मैं बार बार बोलता हूं, it is the test of your own self belief. तुमको तुम्हारे ऊपर भरोसा होना है. You have to have confidence in yourself. Nothing is going to happen. Don't overthink about anything. Believe that everything what you have put efforts, inshallah you will remember that day and you will perform for that. कोई परेशान होना नहीं है, ज्यादा सोचना नहीं है, ज्यादा खुशी खुशी शुक्र अदा करते हुए अब तक जो किए हैं उसका रिवीजन करना है, अच्छे हंसते हंसते करना है, ज्यादा दुआएं लेना है और खुशी से जाके एग्जाम लिखना है. एग्जाम दिन के लिए ज्यादा सोचो मत अभी से क्या होगा रिजल्ट का सोचने का ही नहीं है. अब सबको एग्जाम दिन का सोचना है और एग्जाम का सोचना है, कैसे हम वो एग्जाम लिखेंगे. रिजल्ट का सोचना ही नहीं, सिर्फ रिजल्ट एग्जाम खत्म होने के बाद सोचेंगे हम रिजल्ट का. हम जैसा परफॉर्म किए उस बेसिस पे रिजल्ट आएगा, लेकिन अब सिर्फ सोचना है परफॉर्मेंस के लिए, on the how we are going to perform, and that is going to be dependent on how we are putting our efforts now or how we are preparing for that particular examination in the last 4 days, 5 days, or whatever days which are available. Okay, with this I thank everybody, I thank everyone for joining us. If it is I think agar koi aur doubt raha, we are all there. I think you can reach out to us any possible time. Okay, don't worry. Thank you very much for joining us. I thank Mohammed Mudassir and Aman Rizvi for joining us. Thank you.